Hello friends, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Now, actually today I am live on Facebook just to share few memories. Because during this lockdown time, I am just what can I say? I feel great if I ruminate about the things that I did at IBM. Basically, I started my journey at IBM in the year 2005. And when I joined the college, at that time the education system was quite different because WBT, that is the current Macau at that time, was in a nascent stage. Means it was started in the year 2001 and it developed a bit in the year 2005. So in 2005, when I joined, the university was just spreading its wings. It had just started spreading its wings. So basically, when I joined the college, at that time there were in MBA there were two batches. That was MBA UP3 and MBA UP4. Actually, I could remember some of the students' names because they were very close to me. In UP3, it was Polash. Now he is well placed in Hindustan Unilever, and I could remember some of the names in UP4 like Afreen, who who was employed in various corporate. Now she has started her own business, and I could still remember some of the names like Shishendu, Purva, Jyotish. Actually, when I joined, I was very young, so actually there was hardly any difference of age between them and myself. So it was a pleasant journey for me, and I still remember in UP5, I could remember few of the names like Ritesh, Kunal, and Kunal at that time he was very fond of sport and he was engaged in bodybuilding. And some of the names like Sudeshna, Priyanka, all Sudeshna, Priyanka, Kunal, they were my finance students. And then came UP say 6, and from that batch onwards we we were having a capacity of 60 intake in day, and at that time in that year we shifted to new campus, that is at Rajdanga, and everything was new, and I still remember some of the names like Raji, Debolina, Shomi, then comes Onindo, then other people like say various. I still remember some of the some of the names. I couldn't remember recollect all the names right now, but at that time this Facebook was quite a impossible thing because my childhood, say, it, the technology was in primitive stage because at that time big black telephone was there, and when I was in class 9, we had in Calcutta Xerox machine was first introduced. From that era to this era that I am just sitting in front of you people and here and I'm live on Facebook. It's a great thing. And I still remember when I started, I just opened my Facebook account. It was Azhar Rizvi, MBA student of 11th day. Actually, he was my first friend. Actually, he was the first person to accept my friendship, and gradually now my friends amount to say nearly 1,200. So it was a great journey, and I still indebted to Azhar because if at that time he would have accepted my friendship, it was not possible for me to say enter into this era of technology or to say to delve into this digital world. Now, let us share some memories like Teachers' Day. when I was a student, you people know that I was a student of IBMR. I did my MBA from IBMR. So when we were students, we pulled money and we used to celebrate Teachers' Day. At that time, the campus was at 6 by 1 Soino Street. And at that time, there were teachers like Acharya sir, Probi sir were there. So it was very nice to spend time with them. And then when I joined as a faculty, the Teachers' Day was formally celebrated in the year 2006, and it was the UP Batch 6 who took the initiative to celebrate this Teachers' Day. And at that time, there were both UT6 batch, youth and evening batch were there. So every batches were very eager to celebrate their Teachers' Day. So we are in a dilemma to go to which room and to attend which batch say celebration. So it was a very nice thing. And in the year 2007 or 2008, I can remember, UP7 batch first celebrated the Teachers' Day and they conducted a function. And I still remember some of my MBA students like Bandana was there, she was an anchor and she hosted the show. And thereafter many shows were organized. And recently, last year, we organized this Teachers' Day totally on a digital platform. So basically, you can say this is a boon of this technology that we could connect with each other during this crisis, and we could say we could share our thoughts, we could share our feelings. Because if this technology were not there, it wouldn't have been possible for us to continue with our life or to move ahead with our life. Because I still think if this pandemic was there in the year say 2006, what would happen to us? It wouldn't have been possible for us to conduct say, online classes, online seminar, webinar. So you can see, I don't know that whether I'm lucky or not that I'm having access to this type of technology. So I'm using this platform to connect with students. Basically, see, this webinar, this Facebook Live, I'm just doing it just to share my memories because I'm indebted to all of my students. Because if you people were not there, I wouldn't have come to this position and I wouldn't have, say, climbed to this level. Because it was your support that's, that encouraged me, that Allah, that what can I say, that give me the leeway to come to this way and to climb to this level. Because when I joined the college at that time, I was not, cannot expect that the people can be mature at that age, or say, you can say, when he first start his academic career. But and because I was not comfortable with this computer or internet, so I really struggled a lot to learn the tricks. And I am indebted to my friend and our current principal, Amol Goswami, who persuaded me, simply I use the word persuaded me to have a smartphone. It was in the year 2016, I think, I had my first smartphone, Samsung smartphone. And only then my life changed because uh, I found that everything was available on the web platform, on the internet. So it helped me to grow as a person, to grow as a teacher. Because in my initial days, before 2016, I was not acclimatized with this internet world. So basically, if any student asked me any question, if I didn't know that answer at that time, I had to say to that student that give me some time so that I could arrange the note for you. But now it is just a click of mouse, you can have the answer. But my personal feeling is that a digital world cannot be a substitute for this personal touch. There is a great warmth in personal touch, in personal, say, teaching. Because if a student struggles, It is the teacher who helps the student to solve the problem. Because in digital world, okay, you're solving the problem and helping the student, but that personal warmth and touch is not available. So digital world is helping you, but it cannot be a substitute for personal touch. And say during these days, getting a job is so easy because let us take our college example. We are registered on Internshala, an AICTE platform, and also we are getting say mails from various corporate bodies. So placing the student is not so difficult because last 2 weeks back we had a campus drive conducted by IBM and Amazon. So what I find right now that getting job earlier days were much difficult, but now it is not so difficult to get a job because various platforms are there and these online teachings are there, also online modes are there. So if you can adapt to this type of say technology, you could make your fortune. And another thing is I like to add, as I'm just ruminating, that I found that many of the students struggle with their communication skills. Communication means communication in English. But I found many of my students who didn't have proper communication skill, actually who failed to communicate properly, they are now in good position. So you can ask me that how they can have come to this level. They have come to this level only because their willpower, because they have identified their weakness and they have worked upon it to reach to this level. So basically, you need to identify your weakness because no person is perfect, and at the end of say, you cannot be an expert in all subject and you cannot be an expert in all field. So when your life will come to an end, even at that time also there will be plenty things which won't be clear to you. So there is no end to learning. And the real God is knowledge, the real God is education. If you have an enlightened mind, you can use that mind to teach the student, to share your information, to share your knowledge among the people or students. It doesn't mean that it has to be your own student. You can share it on digital platform also, so other people could be enriched. Suppose there are not many fortunate people, but through YouTube they have learned a lot. And personally, I feel that YouTube is a great media because though all the videos are not good, but if you pay attention to some of the videos, they are quite good. And if you want to learn something, you can learn without, say, enrolling in a college or without enrolling in a proper, say, coaching center. But the thing is that personal touch is required. That I personally feel, because it is the only teacher who will help to solve your problem and guide you, and to be a support and as a mentor. So basically, I am just ruminating that how I spent my 16 years at IBM. So many students, so many faces. Actually, some of the faces are fading away, but still I remember some of the faces. And it's a great thing to be a part of IBM or to be a part of student. And I thank the student community and our management to be a part of this college and to serve the student and to serve the college. Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.